We're going to be talking to Octavo singers now, and you do this every year. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. The Messiah.
It's here again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's here. I like your pen.
Thank you. This is my Christmas spider pin.
I love your pen. That's great.
Because it's that time of year again. Yeah, every year we do Handel's Messiah at Union College.
Yeah, great
this year,
venue.
We have really landed on Union as our home for Messiah every December.
As long as I can remember, they've been doing it there.
Yeah, and we're really happy to fill that space with a great crowd too. Especially our past couple of years, the attendance has been really wonderful.
You see a sellout most of the time.
Pretty near, yeah. It's like general seating in Memorial Chapel, so as tight as people are comfortable sitting in those pews and those seats, we really pack the house.
Yeah, and it's, I think I graduated from there. My daughter got married in there, so I'm very familiar with the place. It's an amazing venue, and the acoustics are quite good too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how many are in the I don't want to say chorus, but, well, I guess it is
Yeah,
choir.
so-
I don't know, whatever it is. Your group of people singing.
We've been operating around 90 to 100 singers
That's amazing.
past year or so, and we will have about 100, if not a few more.
Singing?
Singing. People really love to come join the singing community for this piece. Not just kind of our core Octavo's singers, but we gladly invite people from other community choruses who would be familiar with the piece. It's something that if you have been singing in choruses for any stretch of time, you will know this piece, and so we're happy to kind of have everybody come aboard and sing with us.
Well, I think when people think of the Messiah, they think of, the regular, everybody stands up and the whole thing, Hallelujah chorus and that kind of thing. But tell us a little bit more about the Messiah. Because that takes it through Easter and the whole thing. I don't know if everybody knows that.
Yeah, so we do that part. We do the Hallelujah chorus, and everybody stands, as is kind of the tradition, of course. And that's a really wonderful moment. But that happens maybe 2/3 of the way through the whole piece. And so people will recognize the Christmas portion or the Advent portion with O Thou That Tellest, Good Tidings of Zion, and For Unto Us a Child is Born, and all of those very familiar pieces. A lot of church choruses will do them. But then there is a second part that goes through the entire story of Lent and the crucifixion. And those are just as emotional, just as dramatic pieces.
But we're not as familiar with them.
But we're not as familiar with them, and so I always like to, as the director, and when I'm talking about this piece with anybody I want to invite to the show, it's like this is like so all-encompassing, because it's not just about Christmas, even though that's when it's usually done. And in fact, this past spring, I had the wonderful opportunity to see Messiah performed in London on Good Friday. And so, like, it can be just as much an Easter piece as it is a Christmas piece.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
And I mean, the message is just so transcendent. I mean, it's it certainly rises well above the subject matter just through the power of the music.
Right.
You know.
When was this written?
So this is 1750s.
When Handel, yeah.
Yep. So end Baroque, and like the composition actually, par for the course of the time, was written in about like a month. Like,
no,
just
no
lightning
way.
speed. It's just like kind of a legendary example, but a lot of composers in the 18th century, Handel, but then later Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven would revise a lot of music by the time you got to that period, but late Baroque, I mean, Bach famously would just crank out cantatas on a weekend, right? It's like that because that was the gig. You had to have one every Sunday, so that's what he did.
Well, I think we forget sometimes that this was they didn't have a radio. They weren't hearing, the Beatles. They weren't hearing that. These pieces were the music.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we talk about Messiah and other oratorios. A few years ago we did Elijah. They really are kind of just operas in disguise. They're just set on stage and said, okay, we're not going to take out any costumes. We're not going to call it opera, right? But it really is.
It really is, yeah.
It is as dramatic. It is as evocative because a lot of those composers were also writing operas. And so...
It was Lent.
And so because of Lent and other, kind of rules of the time, we can't put anything on stage, so we'll write these oratorios. But they're really just operas.
That's how they got around it.
Exactly.
So, Diane, you've been president a while.
Yes, about 9 years.
Tell me about your role here.
Well, my role is to make sure that Andrew has what he needs to do his job.
Okay.
No, basically the administrative end of things, making sure that the bills get paid, all that good stuff. Boring stuff, but good stuff.
Yeah. Now, I know that in theater, you pay royalties. You don't have to pay royalties for Messiah unless it's arrangements, right?
No. A lot of our music is public domain, as they say. Yeah. Occasionally, we'll do a piece like when this is airing. We'll have just done our fall concert, which has a piece by Leonard Bernstein on it, which you have to rent the music for, but then after material rentals and things, then that's it. We don't have to pay any. It's not like doing.
It's like a royalty, though.
It's covered in that way.
It's covered in that way. It's not like doing a musical where it's like you have to have the writers and all of that credited and everything. It's not nearly that expensive.
Yeah, and you have to pay for every performance,
right?
And
Exactly.
stuff like that.
No. Concert music is much easier.
Yeah. What do you foresee in the spring, or are you going to be, or winter? Are you going to be doing anything other? The Messiah is big enough, believe me.
Well, our concert in spring is on April 26th, and we'll be at St. John the Evangelist Church.
Oh, what a venue that is!
Yes, and it will be Holt's
Gustav Holst, the Cloud Messenger,
which is
a very rarely performed piece.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
But any lover of Holst the Planets, again, the Albany Symphony, just doing some Holst on their programming this fall, will love this piece. And this has been like a real pet project of mine for years, ever since I first heard it in grad school. It is a tremendous cantata based on ancient classical Sanskrit poetry. It's not in Sanskrit. He translated all of this stuff into English, but about these really beautiful poems about love and nature and the relationship between the human spirit and the world. It's a really compelling piece that will be paired with a Brahms German cantata, the Schicksalslied, or the Song of Destiny, sort of a miniature version of the Brahms Requiem, only about 20 minutes long, which together create a very spiritual program.
And this is going to be at St. John's.
This is at St. John's.
Wow.
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah, and you got plenty of seating in there.
Oh, yeah.
That was my church when I was a kid, so it was like, I know there's plenty up the upstairs and there, it's all over. Yeah. So do you perform on the altar area? Is that it?
Yep.
Yes, well, I just wanted to say with respect to Messiah, there is lots of parking on the Union College campus, but if people do not want to walk from parking lots, there will be a shuttle at the Seward Street and Knott Street lots.
That's a good point to make.
So,
because some people can't really walk that distance. Not only that, it may be crappy weather. It may be lousy weather.
Yeah, I've heard stories of some pretty bad snowstorms.
Well, We usually manage through it. You know, we're
fingers crossed.
Keeping our fingers crossed, and
well, I mean,
looking forward to December 13th at 3:00.
Anytime that you're dealing in the upstate New York, you know, you never know. I mean, I work with a lot of events with another thing that I do. And it's like you have your fingers crossed, and then you realize, oh my gosh, is the parking lot going to be plowed out? I mean, you just, because you're not in control of that. You know, so there's always these things, oh, do we have to change the time? What do we do? You know, I know exactly what you mean.
Every concert comes with its surprises.
Oh, yeah.
Or they lose power at the venue.
Yep, or heat, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that would happen, but those things do happen. And the important thing is that you carry on, right?
Oh yeah.
So, are you looking for any new people for your Octavos?
Well, we're always open to new members.
Do you do it once a year, or do they just pop in anytime, or what?
Well, when we're starting each cycle of Fall Concert Messiah, we set out a call to singers and publish it, and that way we do get new people in. And then there's also word of mouth from people who went to a concert and decided they want to give it a try.
Yeah.
So.
And what kind of a voice do they need? I mean, are you looking? I mean, I guess you want altos and sopranos. You want them all, right?
Yeah.
Tenors and.
Yeah.
So the going rate for community singing is we always need more men. We always need more tenors and basses.
Yeah.
But really, anybody who has singing experience, if
they have to read
in
music?
college, yes, absolutely. That is kind of the one requirement. Otherwise, we really do have singers of a wide ability level, and that's part of the reason why we have weekly rehearsals.
Yeah.
And really get into learning the music, learning singing technique, and really raising the bar across the board.
Yeah,
Well,
as
it
much
looks
as
like you got a pretty good director, huh?
Oh, I think so. I mean, as much as we love to put on concerts and the like, which is always the culmination of every season, a lot of it is also just about the joy and satisfaction it comes to the members.
Yeah.
Being part of the community and enjoying the music together every week.
I think you're going to have a great event. And again, it's on December
13th at Union College
at 3 in the afternoon,
3
right?
p.m., yes.
Good. Go. Enjoy it, because this is a tradition. Thank you both for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.